What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro and welcome to episode 99 of my career mode. As you can see, we are managing Manchester United, you can tell by the thumbnail, and this league table might look a little bit strange to you because the last time you saw it, Manchester United were 5th, but I want to show you what happens when Man United stay 5th in the league. This is me applying for the Manchester United job shortly after winning the league with Leicester, and what happens is they give me the job and all of that, and then at the end of the season they fire me after about 4 weeks in charge with 0 games played. So that's how good FIFA 15 is. They terminated me, so I had to go back in time, take over Man United before the final game of the season and beat Leicester City to get 4th place. So I know that is not ideal, but if you can just imagine that we walked through a portal in the multiverse, went back in time slightly and made it to 4th place in the league. I think that's better for you guys anyway, because I did see a couple of comments saying it's a shame that we don't have Champions League football. So when we finish 4th, the board don't mind, because it's still Champions League football next year, and they see that as being the arbitrary point where you made some kind of challenge for the title, and the league objective was to actually win the title for them. So here's a look at the squad report for Manchester United and their team. I do have a few plans for it. There are a lot of players who their rating hasn't gone down, their stats haven't declined rapidly because they're seen as world-class players, but they're very, very old. The likes of Van Persie being in there, who is not actually retiring despite being 35 years old. Roberto Soldado, however, is sadly retiring, so we can't sell him off. But I would like to get rid of Van Persie. Also, kind of a little bit conflicted about a few things. Di Maria is, I think, 30. So we can keep him around, and that's going to be great because he looks very, very good. Nani's 32. I'm going to be trying to sell him. Mata is 31 and Hamzik is 31, and those are both players that I'd like to actually keep around because of their stats, but at the same time I know they're going to start declining over the next couple of seasons, so I don't know if it's a good idea to keep them or not, and I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd actually love it if all of you guys who play career mode looked at this squad report and told me who you think I should sell. Di Maria is actually 31, but he's 88. Mata there at 87. I just don't know how quickly these players are going to go into decline. You know, it's kind of hard for me to tell because I've never had world-class players before. But there's Van Persie, 87 rated, and he's 35 years old. It's pretty ridiculous overall. But Soldado at the age of 34 is going to be retiring. But yeah, I'd love it if you guys would just look at the squad report yourselves and just say which players should be gone, which players I should get rid of. We got a transfer offer in for Nani from Valencia, which I happily accepted because I'd like to get rid of him. I have never liked him as a player. I know he's done some fantastic things and all, but I would just rather that he wasn't at the club. Then we go in for our first player, which is Paulo Dybala from Southampton, who were just relegated, and we offer 9.5 million plus Antonio Valencia because he's another player who, once his pace is gone, he's not really going to have a whole lot to offer for me anyways. Like, I'd rather a lot of other players. The board tell me that they want me to win the treble, which should come as no surprise to anybody who's ever played FIFA before. They want me to achieve one of the most unrealistic things ever. So that's another thing for the people who say that certain aspects of career mode are unrealistic from my point of view. They're also unrealistic from the game's point of view. Everton made an inquiry about Phil Jones. I told them that I want 28.5 million for him, and Nani agreed terms with Valencia, so he's gone, and we get an extra 7 million added onto our budget for that. We also found that our bid for Dybala was unacceptable and that they wanted 13.5 million plus Valencia, so I just offered 12 million plus Valencia to try and get a kind of a deal out of it, or to negotiate with them somewhat, but relegated teams just aren't interested in that. But Everton came back and said that they will accept our price for Phil Jones. They've matched it. They've put up 28.5 million and they've gone into negotiations with him. I know he's good, I know he's young, I know he's English, but it's Phil Jones, and for 28.5 million I'd sell a lot of players, I'd sell a lot of people, I'd do anything for that kind of money. So I'm happy enough to let Phil Jones go for that kind of money, and he does agree a fee with Everton. Also we get another offer in for Dybala because they just wanted the full 13.5 million. I made an offer for this guy Jared Romeo from Tottenham Hotspur, Miguel Angel Bueno Calvo from Racing Santander, and there's little snapshots of their stats if you guys want to pause it. I mean, in the interest of saving time, I couldn't show every single second of this, but we also made a bid for this guy Alberto Jordan. Now I know it's actually pronounced like Jordan, but he's my regen in my save, and he told me that he prefers to be called Alberto Jordan, so that's what we're going to call him. I made a bid of 5.5 million for Van Dijk, and I also went in for this guy Luke Whitehouse, who is an English left back playing in Serie A. I wonder whose regen that could be. So for Ashley Cole's regen I bid 3 million. Then I made a bid for this player Antonio Vitas, who I guess is Nemanja Vidic's regen because he's a Serbian player who is showing a lot of potential. Alberto Jordan, our bid for him was rejected by Real Sociedad, so we offered 8.5 million plus Tom Cleverley, which I thought was fair because he's a rating above Cleverley, and Cleverley is older, so that just made sense for business for me. And for Bueno Calvo, we made a bid of Pereira plus 8.5 million, and we found out that Anderson has gone to West Ham for 3.2 million, which I didn't actually mention when the bid came in. But if you guys want to just keep an eye at what's happening on the screen, I mean, I had to speed some of this up, otherwise the episode would be roughly 24 minutes long. So we got a contract in for Dybala, and we found out that a bid of 6 million was made for Virgil van Dijk from Hamburg. So I went and matched that bid of £6 million straight up for Van Dijk, waiting to hear my response to that. We offered a contract to Jared Romeo, the English right back from Tottenham, who looks pretty good, and we found out that Bayer Leverkusen wanted to bid for Rojo, so we made a bid for him. We got to the contract stage for Alberto Jordan. I offered him a basic contract of similar to what he was on now, and I pulled out of all deals for Bueno Calvo because I think Racing Santander just wanted a little bit too much, and I wasn't sure about him, but I also pulled out of bids for Luke Whitehouse, the Ashley Cole regen, because too many other teams were after him and I just knew that we wouldn't get him. But we did actually sign Dybala. He becomes our first signing as United boss, and as you can see, he's rated 81. All of his stats look incredible, and I think he could be the guy to step up when Di Maria gets too old to play in that sort of cam role just behind the two strikers. Although that being said, I don't know what kind of formation I'm going to go with. But yeah, Celta came back to me and said, no, we want 6.5 million for Van Dijk, having accepted a bid of 6 million from Hamburg. So he's now a Hamburg player because they wouldn't accept our bid, which was the same price as their bid, and that is why this game is absolutely stupid. But we did go and bid for Hector Villalba, the cult hero from Leicester City, who just made this series so much more exciting and so much more fun for me as a player. We offered 25 million plus Van Persie for him because he's valued at 36 million, which is a lot of money. We also went in and bid for Valère Bresson. I didn't know who else to bid for from Leicester City. A lot of people said Schlupp, and then a lot of other people said leave Schlupp there, so I didn't know what to do. But we confirmed the signings of Alberto Jordan, which is pretty decent, and we also confirmed the signing of Jared Romeo from Tottenham Hotspur, and you can have a look at their stats right now because I've put them into this video. Romeo looks pretty good. Obviously he's rapid, which is really going to help because I like fast players. These stats don't look so good in terms of his crossing, but his stand tackle and his slide tackle look like there's a lot of potential in there. He's 21 now, he's rated 73. I think he's going to turn into a pretty decent player, and this Jordan guy is going to be incredible. He's 21 years old, he's rated 79, which means he's going to go up to 80, maybe 81 even in this season, and he could be the next Xavi. Like, you know, you just don't know what player you're getting with these players. He might not even be a regen at all, but I think he looks incredible, and I think he's going to do really well for us. Leverkusen upped their bid for Rojo, but for Rojo, like a good centre-back like that, I need it to be an incredible bid. And then I did something weird that a lot of people are not going to like, but I offered Stefan Ruffier plus 11 million for Varane because I don't care about Ruffier. He's 26 million is his value. He's 32 years old, so he's going to go into decline soon, and I really like David De Gea, and I want David De Gea to be the #1 keeper. But we resubmitted an offer for Hector Villalba, and we offered a contract for Antonio Vitas, the Serbian defender. Leicester City were just not having any bids for Valère Bresson, so I offered 6.5 million plus. I believe I offered Jesse Lingard because he's 76 rated and he's 25, and I just don't really see him holding down a place in the team. Sorry, he's 26 years old. I don't see him holding down a place in the team where the midfield is incredibly competitive, and it will be incredibly difficult for him to do that. So that's what I did. We also got a transfer offer for Rojo once more, this time from Udinese, and again I upped it to 18 million because I just don't want to let a player like that go if it's not for ridiculous money. Like, I think that the money for Phil Jones is ridiculous money, so I'll happily accept that. But Real Madrid wanted an extra 3 million added on to the bid for Varane, which included Ruffier, so I was happy enough to oblige that. Like, Varane's a really good centre back, and if we can get him in, we'll be really, really flexible at the back. We have Evans, who I really like, who looks really good, Chris Smalling, who looks really good, and Rojo, who looks really good. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to actually add Varane, but I just like the option there. But we got to offer Villalba a contract, which was really good, and we put in another bid for Valère Bresson. They didn't want Jesse Lingard, so this time I offered Nick Powell, who is essentially the same player. He's just a year younger. Like, they're the same rating, but we'll see what had happened with that. Real Madrid accepted our bid for Varane. I still didn't know if I wanted him at this point, but I just offered him a contract anyways to see if he'd accept it, even though obviously they always tend to accept them. And Villalba accepts our contract offer, so he signs us. Now that says we only have 7 million left, and I just said he signs us. I meant he signs for us. But as you can see here, I can edit the wage budget, and now we have loads of money again. So that is the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to what I can do with Manchester United. And I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 100, but I promise I'm going to try to make it special or significant in some way. So I really hope you guys are looking forward to this journey, and I really hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, please do leave a like on the video. That would be much appreciated. One final thing is that De Gea, Lille made a bid for De Gea and I rejected it, which just signals my intent to keep him around at the club and make him the #1 goalkeeper. But yeah, we're going to end the video here, so leave a like if you enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. I've been El Dinero. Thanks for watching.